Every single human on this planet is born with such a sublime, high intelligence. Every single one of us, irrelevant of how we appear in this 3D reality. We know that we live in a creation of extraordinary intelligence, that we have not fathomed as yet how reality came into being. The further we look, the more we find, the deeper we go. Multi-dimensional realities, parallel universes, molecular biology. So every time we split something, look at a molecule, we find something else. So we're just at the tip of the iceberg of understanding, but we know we are in an extremely advanced, hyper, super intelligence that has created this reality. Now, we have inside of us the ability to decode this reality by default, the fact that we are actually living in this reality. We are decoding this reality every single day. So let me give you an example. We believe that nature doesn't have a pattern as such. So if we look outside our window and we see the trees blowing, we see the birds flying, we see the clouds moving across the sky, it doesn't look like there's any specific formation, right? So we call it nature. If I look out the window and I see people walking across the piazza, okay, I don't expect them to be marching in unison, right? Things that are irregular seem natural to us. Okay, so when we see things that have duplication or people unknowingly moving in a behavior that is mirroring someone else, we call that unnatural. So we have this ability to decode written inside of us, to the point, although it's getting much better, even if we see something artificial on the human body, we can generally detect it. Whether it's artificial teeth, right? Dentures, whether it's artificial hair, although that is getting so much better now. Okay, if there's someone that has a false limb or something like that, just because the way that they might move or something like that, we can generally decode it. We put a lot of effort trying to make things look natural, right? Because this is the intricacy of nature. So we have the ability to decode this nature, right? This extreme mathematical formula, we are reading it every single day in our reality. And this is something really to consider. So if we have the ability to decode nature automatically without thinking, what does that mean that we are? What are we? How was that placed inside of us? The ability to do that, irrelevant of our IQ in the 3D, irrelevant if we can read or write, irrelevant if we're a maths professor or not, we have this intelligence inside of us. However, there's a bigger plan here. Even though nature seems irregular, right? That we can see the pattern of nature, right? In that natural means that it's not uniform. Okay. When we pull back and really observe it, we will, on a larger scale, we will see very, very big synchronistic uniform patterns, maybe in the way that a tree might move, that the branches might move, maybe in the way that the wind blows. And if we go scale in, of course, we can see uniformity, we can see symmetry. So we are wedged between a certain level of seeing and understanding where nature is haphazard and irregular. So if your cat, if you've got 6 cats and they all start walking in unison and they all turn their head at the same time, we know that's not natural. But on both sides of the spectrum, the tiny and the huge, we will see that symmetry again.